3:47 p.m. A silent alarm trips at a perfect house on a perfect street. 6 minutes later, police step into a kitchen and find a man face down on cool tile. One bullet, back of the head. No shell, no gun, no struggle, no witnesses. Just a quiet house and a louder question. Maple Glen prides itself on being boring. Trimmed lawns, neighbors who wave from driveways, packages set gently behind planters so porch pirates never get a shot. It is routine to the point of sleep. Until it isn't. The address is 228 Brookside Avenue, the kind of place with a wind chime that never stops. A tasteful wreath that changes with the seasons. Motion lights that flick on even for a moth. The front door is cracked open when officers arrive. No splintered frame, no shattered glass, nothing thrown, ripped, or ransacked. Walk inside and it almost feels staged, calm, until you hit the kitchen. There lies Owen Marshall, single, 42. An accountant who could make sense of the messiest books and still return his neighbor's trash bins to a curb with the handles lined up. He says hello, he keeps to himself. He's the responsible friend in every group chat you never see because he's home at 9. Not tonight. Owen is dead. Execution style. One clean shot. Back of the head. The floor is smeared only where he fell. No defensive wounds. No signs he even turned around. Forensics note what isn't there. No shell casing. Either a revolver or someone who cleans up. No gun. They looked. Top of cabinets, under sink, behind the fridge. Nothing. It never stayed in the house. The alarm that called it in? Silent. No siren. Just a signal to dispatch. It went out at 3:47 p.m. A tight window. The police clock in at 3:53. Whoever was there is long gone. Here's the twist. Owen should not have been there either. He told a coworker he was going straight to the airport after work. He told them he was flying to Tampa to see his sister. He even showed the boarding pass in his wallet. He packed a suitcase. It was sitting by the bed. But he never boarded. He never even scanned. The airline has no record past check-in. The seat goes empty through final call. The gate agent closes the door and forgets his name. So why did Owen go home? Let's back up. Day of. He leaves the office around 3. He has his laptop in a messenger bag and the easy stride of a man with a plan. The receptionist says he joked about airport snacks. The coworker, who wished him a safe trip, watches him hit the elevator and waves. Camera at a gas station, 2 blocks from this street, pings his car at 3:32. A neighbor's doorbell cam catches his bumper at 3:39. The motion sensor in his hallway picks up movement at 3:41. The Wi-Fi logs show his laptop reconnecting at 3:39. 2 minutes to drop a bag, kick off shoes, check a spreadsheet, make a choice. And there is a spreadsheet left open. Bright screen in a dim living room. Not a budgeting template, not his taxes. Financial data from a company he did not work for. The kind of data you do not pull without a reason. Ledger lines, transfers, accounts not on any public report. That company already under federal investigation for embezzlement. Now the Owen you thought you knew becomes the Owen you didn't. Quiet accountant by day, off-books consultant by night. Hired by the firm's former CFO, who is currently in hiding. Millions missing. Rumors say more. Money threaded through shell accounts like beads. Some of those threads touch names people recognize. So what is Owen doing on his couch with their numbers? Did he get spooked and skip the airport to back up files? Did he plan to flip and wanted one last pull before calling it in? Did someone else realize he was the weak link and pay him a quick visit? because this feels like a visit. There are small tells. The kettle is warm. A single coffee mug sits on the counter with a halo ring. A jacket is hung neatly, not tossed. He was not frantic. He was home for a reason. He dies in the kitchen, not the office. That means he moved. Either he knew his visitor and offered something to drink, or he got up when asked. The angle of the shot shows he was turned away. No soot on the skin means not point blank. No stippling means distance. A few feet. Enough to talk, to argue, to pretend a conversation is happening until it isn't. And then there is the neighbor. Every street has one. She swears she saw someone leave Owen's house minutes before the cops. A woman. Sunglasses, hoodie up, backpack slung low, walked like she had purpose, cut across the lawn like it was nothing. Didn't run, didn't panic, just left. She disappears past the hedges, and no one can place her. No plates, no car scene, no face clear enough to ID. But the silhouette haunts the block. No one hears a gunshot. Maple Glen at 3:45 p.m. is not loud, but it has leaf blowers and delivery trucks, and a lawnmower 2 doors down. Or maybe a suppressor took care of the noise. Or maybe the kitchen fan was on and the house swallowed the sound. So we get a body. We get a laptop with someone else's books. We get a flight not taken. And a silent alarm that shouldn't trip unless someone enters a distress code or someone who doesn't belong opens something they shouldn't. Alarm companies do this. Enter your code with the last digit off, and it alerts the police without a peep. Open a monitored safe. Same thing. An office drawer with a sensor. Same thing. Did Owen trigger a panic code? Did the visitor try to disarm and bungle it? Did a monitored cabinet open at the wrong moment? The case file starts to fill up with weird. There is no forced entry. That means a key, a code, or a door unlocked by someone who trusts. There is no cleanup beyond the missing shell. That means fast hands or a revolver. There is no chaos. That means control. His car is in the driveway. Trunk empty. Suitcase still upstairs, clothes folded. Boarding pass printed, but unused. Phone stopped sending location data at 3:41. Either turned off, smashed, or left in a place where signals die. It is found later under a couch cushion with a dead battery. One text drafted, but unsent. It starts with, "I changed my mind." On his desk, a sticky note with 4 letters. A bank's initials. A branch code. There is a key taped under the drawer. It goes to a safe deposit box across town. No one knows that last part until 3 months later. 3 months after the funeral, a bank clerk opens Owen's box with a court order. Inside is a USB drive in a plain envelope. No label, no instructions. Investigators take it, image it, and hit a wall of encryption. They work it. They work it again. They finally get in. What's on it? Enough data, they say, to put 2 high-level executives behind bars. Wire paths, sign-offs, slush accounts, off-balance sheet debt. Emails that say the quiet part. The kind of stuff that turns boardrooms gray. But here is the cold part. Evidence against the embezzlers doesn't say who pulled a trigger. There are no fingerprints worth anything. The only prints in the kitchen belong to Owen and a half smudge that could be anyone. The neighbor's account of the hoodie woman is too vague to run with. No license plates, no rideshare logs to the house at that time, no food deliveries, no recorded knocks. Just that face-down figure on tile and a clock that won't stop at 3:47. So the case sits. It is not closed. It is not solved. It is not even warm. And that is when you start to see the shapes of 3 stories. Story 1. The corporate cleanup. The people who benefit from silence realize the quiet accountant is about to talk. He canceled the airport plan to collect files. He thought he was being smart. The former CFO, who hired him off the books, has gone to ground and can't be leaned on. So someone else steps in. A contractor, a fixer, a visitor who knocks and smiles and gets let in because they know a detail only insiders know. They ask for a glass of water. They keep the backpack on. They wait. They fire once. They take the gun with them. They leave without leaving a mess. The silent alarm is a loose end, but not enough to stop a pro. Story 2. The setup. What if Owen wasn't innocent? This does not mean he deserved it. It means he might have been deeper than he told anyone. Off-books consulting is a pretty phrase for moving money and not asking questions. Maybe he took a cut. Maybe he found more than he was supposed to find. Maybe the CFO promised him safe exit and then vanished. Now the people left holding the bag see a liability. They send a message with a bullet. Cold, quick, targeted. Warning to others, stay shut or else. Story 3, the personal angle. The woman in the hoodie isn't a hired hand. She is someone he knew, an ex, a coworker, a contact tied to the CFO. She comes for the files. She leaves before the 6-minute sirens. She is not on cameras because she knew how to avoid them. The backpack is not for looks. It holds a laptop, a drive, maybe even a suppressor. She came prepared. She left thinner than she arrived. Pick your story. None fix the timestamps. All ride the same line. Someone knew he would be home when he shouldn't. That is the one solid line you cannot erase. Because think about it. If Owen follows his original plan, he's in a rideshare by 3:20. He's at the airport by 3:45. He's arguing with a scanner at 3:47, not tripping a silent alarm. That kitchen is empty. That door is locked. That bullet never finds him. Unless someone knew the plan changed. Unless someone changed it for him. Who knew he was coming back? His coworker says he was airport bound. His sister expects a call from the gate that never comes. His calendar shows a reminder to leave at 3. His route home pops only because he actually drove it. That means his plans flipped fast. Phone records show an unknown number calls him at 3:12. It lasts 89 seconds. After that, he stops by his office for a minute. He leaves. He heads home. Who was on that line? The number is registered to a prepaid account and then disappears. It never rings again. The case file adds more noise. A small scratch near the lock suggests a good pick or a key hurried into the slot. The alarm panel shows a code entered at 3:40. Then the duress entry at 3:47. 9 digits versus 10. One off on purpose. The kind of thing you enter when your heart is sprinting, but your face is flat. But no one hears him scream. No one hears him beg. It is quiet in Maple Glen, because that is the whole pitch. The former CFO is still on the run. The executives tied to the drive huddle with attorneys. They say nothing. They file things. They make statements that say nothing in 100 words. The company issues a press release about cooperation and transparency while shredders hum. The investigation into the money moves slows, then pauses, then waits for someone to talk. Owen cannot talk. What about the woman? Composite sketches based on a shadow and a stride do not go far. Facial recognition needs a face. You cannot identify someone's posture and attitude. The hoodie does not testify. So you go back to what you know. Owen is methodical. He preps the safe deposit box months before. He tapes the key under a drawer. He writes a bank code on a sticky note, like a breadcrumb. He labels nothing, because labels get you killed. He trusts a silent alarm to do what he cannot do out loud. And yet, when it mattered, It called the wrong people first. Police, not friends. A signal, not a scream. If he planned to blow the whistle, did he tell anyone? Coworkers say no. His sister says they talked about beaches, not bank fraud. His neighbors say he was the picture of uneventful. He made sure the trash cans lined up. He pulled weeds. He minded his business. Except he didn't. Not this time. Let me give you the list of facts that refused to get out of the way. He had a flight he did not take. He went home just long enough to open a laptop and an alarm. He died by one precise shot to the back of the head. There is no casing, no gun, and almost no trace. A neighbor saw a woman leave with a backpack. A drive in a bank box held enough to bury executives. The person who most needed him quiet showed up at the exact wrong right time. Now the questions that won't sit still. Who placed that 312 call? Who had the code or the confidence to get inside without a break-in? Who knew about the safe deposit box key under a drawer? Who walks away from a fresh scene without a shake in the step? Follow the money, you say. Investigators tried. The money meanders. It touches countries and corporations and names too expensive to accuse on a hunch. It will take time. It will take a witness with a backbone. It will take a break that hasn't broken yet. Until then, the case sits there like a splinter in Maple Glen. People water their lawns and pretend they do not look at 228 Brookside when they drive by. Packages still arrive. The wind chime still sings. Someone else lives there now and doesn't talk to reporters. But in every quiet street, there is one story that won't be polite. This is that story. Maybe you believe the truth has a way of clawing through even the neatest mulch. Maybe you think someone somewhere is starting to feel the walls come in. If you do, you already know what to do next. Hit subscribe if you want the follow-up the second it drops. Tap like if this one sent a chill up your spine. Drop a comment and tell me what you think. Was this a warning hit to scare others or a silencer to erase a voice? Because right now, only one thing is certain. Someone knew Owen Marshall wasn't supposed to be home, and they came anyway.